What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another deck profile here on the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Ochaco 2 retro deck that I played for this month's Rochester Retro. This list is a blast, and this is my girlfriend's favorite character. I actually had made this for her for Worlds for her to go and play some fun pickup retro games, but she ended up just like not having time because of how busy she was doing other things. So I thought, you know what? I like this deck. I think this deck is really neat. Let's showcase it here in Rochester Retro. So for a reminder for what Ochaco 2 does: 5 hand size, 33 health character. Gives +2 speed to every single attack that I play. Has a commit ability to give one attack -3 speed, obviously, because we commit it. And then the really good part of the character, after I land a hit, I can take that attack, pick it back up, and then my next check to play an attack is a little bit easier. Very cool character, cool aggro 5 hand size character. And so let's see what she gets when we have a significantly more unlimited card pool. The first attack that I am playing in this list is Determined Advance, a new AOT card. I play this card, I snap myself a momentum. It says that its speed and damage can't go below printed, so it is a 6 diff 8 mid for 6 that snaps us a momentum. It also has EX3 in case I need to push in a little bit of a quicker move. But the idea here is I play Determined Advance, I snap my momentum, it hits them, I pick it up, I play it again, I snap another, it hit them, I come out of the turn with 3 momentum off of one singular card, and have landed 12 damage, hopefully worth of stats. To go with that momentum, we've got triple Unfazed. This is a crazy card. So after the Determined Advance, I've got at least my 2 momentum. Let's talk about the tactic here. So I play the Unfazed on the following turn. It's a 6 high for 7 that if they happen to block it, my checks get easier to play the turn, and then I'm allowed to echo this card. If the echo move hits before it flips as a resolution on the echo, I can respond with Ochaco to pick it back up and then replay it with +2 to my check. It checks, I then echo it again. This one card, if left unchecked, is 28 damage all by its lonesome. It's very good. And so the goal here that I wanted to do this was Determined Advance into Unfazed. Yes, they are big, chunky, 6 difficulty attacks, but they have an unbelievable stomping power, as well as just if you block the Unfazed, it doesn't count. So a 6 high for 7, if you don't want this whole loop thing to happen, you're just gonna basically clear the progressive for me. The next attack that we have, another 6 diff here, is Hulking Grimace. This is the classic line. Normally this card's played at a 4 of, but I thought with the other 6s that we were playing inside of the lineup, we didn't necessarily need it. With that said, I did win at least 2 games by, they're a 20 health character. I play Hulking, it lands, I pick it up, I play Hulking, it lands on turn 2. Hey, deal with 20. It's draw power, it's disruption on the seal block. It's just classic staple. Probably should still be at a 4 of inside of our deck. Speaking of draw power, we've got Howitzer Impact Cyclone. So the coolest part about this deck, and the reason that I like it so much, is both of these cool additions to the deck are both Furies. So we can lead in with a Determined Advance and then snap us a momentum, play Howitzer, snap us an additional momentum, and then after the 8 high for 6, possibly 8 high for 6, lift 8 high for 6, grab 2 momentum, we go Howitzer, snag an extra momentum, draw 3 cards all on turn 2, and we're feeling like kings. Feels really good. Great 2 low block, a lot of draw power in our 5-hander, and a powerful 3 dunk to end our turn with. Up next, we've got 4 Nitro Explosion Ignition, the secret rare from MHA set 1. This card says after a Fury attack, they all are, leave our card pool, we get to snap and steal a momentum from the top of our deck. So I play Nitro Explosion Ignition. It's a 7 high for 4. I play a second one. I use this one, either it connects with Ochaco and I lift it. When this one sees me lift and leave with Ochaco, I get to have a momentum. And the main reason that we care about this is we are playing 4 copies of Touch of Decay. Touch of Decay is a soft lock with Nitro Explosion Ignition of I play Ignition, I commit a foundation, I'll just go ahead and show you the foundation now, of a Refreshing Slice, we'll talk about it later. I commit Refreshing Slice, if this thing is fully blocked, I'll add it back to my hand. When this gets added back to my hand, I grab myself a momentum, I play the Touch of Decay again. On this one, I spin a momentum to re-ready it. I use its combo ability to add. This is a guaranteed 8 damage because this is as long as I can check 5s, I can infinitely play my Touch of Decay as long as it stays inside of my card pool. Otherwise, I hit them. They choose not to block. I draw my card. I lift with Ochaco, and then we're off to the races again. A bit of a checkmate card. With that, our last attack that we're playing is just double Risky Encounter. We are a 5-hander. We do sometimes have some issues with finding an extra attack card. They've done a good job of stopping and stuffing all of our cool big bombs. Well, I'm allowed to play Risk Encounter at the end of a chain, or even crazier, I can take and play my Risk Encounter out of my discard pile. If it hits, respond with Ochaco to pick it up, and then play something else that's less risky. Funny. Play something else that is a little less risky because it's, or a little more risky because it's a higher difficulty. And so sacrificing some foundations in order to squeak this is also, it's just an absolutely massive bomb that I'm giving 2 speed to. It's a 6 high for normally like 6 high for 10 with stun 1 that I play out of my discard pile. It's really, really good. The fact that it's still legal in retro, I mean, I'm gonna play it. But that's it. There's all the attacks. All I think it's 21. You can go back and count. All Furies. A mix of old and new ideas. Onto the assets and actions. No actions, but just 2 Battle Arena. This card is just an extra Ochaco without the needing to hit guarantee. I play an attack. It is a little I play an attack, my check's a little rough, I'll commit this. It also says that if I connect with an attack, I get bonus damage, or bonus momentum. So it says things like Determined Advance are just that much more scary for you to deal with, because sometimes I don't walk away with 3 momentum on turn 2, sometimes I'll walk away with a 4th if I opened Battle Arena. Onto our foundations. Our first aggro foundation is just for Let's Fight Bad Guys. Our entire lineup is Furies, so we get +2 speed to every move, as well as this card is not banned inside of Retro, and so we get to play Snack Time, discard a card, 1 speed, stun 1, deadlock, flip foundation, draw a card. It's extra draw, it's extra stun and speed in my character that really wants to land at least 1 hit a turn. Feels very good. Up next, I've got Double Tight-Lipped. Sometimes our foundations are not as useful as +1 damage. You know, +2 speed, +1 damage on every single move is very good as long as you have the face-up foundations to utilize it. Also, 0, 5, 1 mid-block. This card's just a stats behemoth. Onto the flow, we've got triple latent skill, a bit of a 5-hand size fixer. Sometimes I have a singular attack and I need to have 3. Well, this can, if I have a single latent skill, sometimes it can get me there. Combining that with the Risk Encounter, there's a lot of attack potential that you can have on some potentially quote-unquote dead hands. Same reason we are playing 4 copies of Voice of Reason. Voice of Reason says we both selectively discard a card and then redraw a card. This is a really easy way for us to put the risk encounters that we draw in our hand into our discard pile in order to reevaluate what the turn is going to look like. Up next, I've got triple first day of class. I am running a lot of 6 diffs, and I am asking them to hit in order for my check to get +1. It's basically a foundation version of what the idea is here with Battle Arena and /or our character, but instead of Battle Arena being used in the later idea, the first day of class has to happen as soon as on the very first attack of the game. Up next, we already talked about a little bit, Refreshing Slice, spend a momentum, re-ready it, they commit a foundation. Again, it's just here for this 1-2 combo for these 2 cards together to soft lock guarantee the 8 damage from Touch of Decay. Up next, defense-wise, we've got 3 Invincible Body. Yes, we've got 1 -3 speed to potentially block a move, but our character is down to face tank, and that's what we want to do. So I face tank by not blocking things. I block 1 thing, and then I Invincible Body the rest. Same idea here with telekinetic mastery. There's some times where my stage is pretty wide open. I don't have the resources in my hand, depending on if it's like a turn 2, and a TK mastery giving minus speed to guarantee a second block or minus damage to face tank a little bit harder is super worth it. Up next, I've got Triple Arrogant Disposition. This card is here more for the 6 check, but if they are running a punch package, which is not a bad idea in Retro, commit for minus 3 speed. Lets me save my character's commit for something that's not keyword locked. But again, it's mainly just here for this 6 check as we are running a lot of them. Up next, we've got 4 Wishing Ward. Flip. Mill 3 cards, trying to get my risking counter in the discard pile. My rival spends a momentum. It does have a little bit of a hand disruption of if you make me discard this card, I get to redraw a card, but not necessarily what it's here for. And then the last card in our deck is just for Syndicate target. 0/6/0 low block. It's a 6 check. It's a 0 low block. It's a spam to be built on turn 1. It's just a basic card. It's also the best card to, when I do build, flip it with a tight lip for a little extra damage. And there you have it. There is Ochaco 2 in Retro. This deck is incredibly fun. It just doesn't quite have the ceiling that a lot of the other Retro decks have. Obviously, no reversal, no multiple. This is really feels like it's playing a bit of a fair deck in comparison to the wackiness that Retro has. But with that said, this deck can certainly hold its own depending on what matchups you find. With that, thank you much for watching this video. Make sure you go and you check out the matches that I played over on the channel. I would love to have your guys' feedback in the comments down below. Did I play the deck well? Is there things that you should think, are there things that you think I should add, take away? Let me know what you guys think. With that, thank you much for watching, and as always, I wish you well.
1, 2.